Well, welcome to the show.
This is our view from the bench.
Welcome back, Benchwarmers. Today, we are going to be discussing 3 stories that involve people who are or were at the top of their game. Names like Tiger Woods, LeBron James, and Johnny Manziel. Hey, I'm Brendan, gone like John Ross's last bit of significance.
And I'm Corey, part of Russell Wilson's cap hit, and this is our view from the bench.
Before we get started on anything, though, if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never, ever miss any one of the new episodes.
Also, if you could do us a favor and smash that like button if you like what you see.
Smash it. It's free. It's free.
It definitely is. It is free. All right. And for our last subject we have to get through, this is, I think, the best one of all, although the LeBron James thing was awesome. But
yeah,
Johnny Manziel dissing the Heisman ceremony and the group of the people who run the Heisman house in defense of Reggie Bush is probably my favorite topic we're going to cover for the last couple months here. This is absolutely fantastic.
I mean, he gave them maybe the literal, but definitely the metaphorical middle finger. That's for dang sure. He won the Heisman in 2012, and he said on Saturday that he is not going to attend the annual Heisman Trophy ceremony again until the NCAA returns former USC running backs Heisman Reggie Bush, which was stripped from him following some NCAA sanctions that were kind of thrown on to USC. He has a pretty good quote here on X or Twitter or whatever you might call it these days. Quote, "After careful thought and consideration, I will be humbly removing myself from the Heisman Trophy ceremony until," and he tags him, "at Reggie Bush gets his trophy back. Doesn't sit right with my morals and values that he can't be on the stage with us every year. Reggie is the Heisman Trophy. Do the right thing," and tags the NCAA. "The ball is in your court." The question is, are they going to do the right thing, Corey?
Well, it's NCAA, so no, that's probably the answer, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the answer we were going for. Well, thank you for watching, guys. We'll talk to you.
Part of the problem is the Heisman committee can't give it back until the NCAA reinstates his records and accolades that he had on the field for USC, which even if they don't, like, we all watched it and we all saw it. There's highlights. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, we have a picture-in-picture here on the screen. You can see some of those highlights from back in the day. I just don't understand how, after all this time, the NIL stuff has changed. Johnny even admitted during his documentary that we talked about on Netflix a few months back that he was taking money on the side, but telling people he was from a rich family, so nobody questioned it. Like, just who cares? It didn't. Nothing that he was given off the field had anything to do. It's not like he took steroids or PEDs or anything. It literally had nothing to do with the work and ethic he had to put all the time and effort on the field itself and the results that him and USC were able to get out of it. It's the most ridiculous thing. Like, none of us are going to forget about Reggie Bush. Like, the highlights still get played. I mean, even USC has finally brought him back into the fold for USC, like, events on campus. Obviously, the Heisman Trophy he won is not in Heritage Hall with the rest of the ones from the history of the school, but it is kind of ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, it's getting kind of out of hand. Something to add to, and I don't know if you knew this, I just learned this when reading an article about it. To add to like what you're talking about doing with something with USC, there was a stipulation in all of this that he couldn't be around the university until 2020.
Yeah, stupid.
So it's nuts. I actually found an article from Bleacher Report. They did a really good job. Paul Pesco did a good job 13 years ago in 2011, but it kind of breaks down for those of you, because I don't really know the intricacies of what the heck Reggie Bush did. We know that there was some money because NCAA students can't get paid, but what actually happened? So Paul does a really good breakdown. I'm just going to run through he does like a Cliff Notes version, basically, of what is being claimed that is actually a misconception and what is actually being tried, or what the sanctions were for the NCAA. So let's go quickly over what it's not. Okay. This is the misconceptions that I believed. Maybe you can confirm with me here, bro. USC did not pay Reggie Bush to play football. They didn't give him money to go to the school. They did not. Okay. USC did not give Bush a family. Give Bush's family. Sorry, they didn't give him a family. Well, how rude of them.
They didn't give.
Here's your family, Reggie. They didn't give Reggie Bush's family a home in exchange or anything for him playing. USC did not buy Reggie Bush a car or give him any money to purchase a car. And no USC booster or patron ever gave Bush or his family any money or other financial benefits. Those are things that have basically come out as misconceptions and things that were proved false. None of those things that I just read happened. So, Corey, then what are they freaking at are charging USC, or what did they charge USC with that has stripped Reggie of this?
So this is we again we started looking into the details of this because when this happened, we were what? This was like 2005, 6 year. So we were in like high school. We were like excited about USC, but we weren't. I mean, the coverage of by Bleacher Report and stuff like that wasn't what it is today either. So, but yeah, apparently USC's compliance department failed to check the incomplete registration form for his vehicle that he had. I don't know why USC should have
that's noted on the NCAA violation. Yeah,
like that doesn't have anything to do with USC.
Well, it's apparently USC's fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, apparently. The compliance department and former head coach Pete Carroll, according to NCAA, also failed to check the living arrangement for Bush's family, which they lived in San Diego. That's 100+ miles away from LA, where USC is. What does that have anything to do with you? It's not like Reggie's living in a house in LA that's being provided by him or to him by the school or alum or boosters, like you talked about. Like, has nothing to do with it. It's his own family down in San Diego being given a house by a friend or a family member or whatever. Like, has nothing to do with him and the football field. It's just another stupid thing that I don't know. They hate USC, man. When teams are at the top and dynasties are being built, everybody tries to find whatever they can to tear you down.
Yeah, the home that you're referring to, we both looked into it a little bit more. Is basically like an ex-convict that was Reggie Bush's stepdad's friend. He was trying to kind of get in their good graces because he was trying to get out of jail and be like a sports agent. So he's like, damn, maybe this kid, my friend's kid, could be my first, sign, and then I could, make a bunch of money. So I'm gonna try to hook. Oh, you could use this house. That's all. It's just a friend. It's just a friend. That's all. That's all.
So you're telling me that the NCAA believed an ex-convict over a kid that's playing football at school?
That is correct. That's what they said. Yes, they said that he took money. There was an agreement between us, and yeah, he went to jail for a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I mean, believe that guy. Believe that guy. And then to your point, also before you get to this last point, there's so many instances of like worse things happening, and the NCAA not doing worse punishments.
Yeah.
So a couple people might have got some cash from USC, which was, as we've discussed, never proven, at least for the Reggie Bush's point. But, and I mean this in the nicest way, but Penn State with their allegations of sexual abuse, and there's been plenty of other universities that have been tried over a lot of worse things with less punishment. To your point, people just hating at the top, dude.
Yeah, that's how it works. And another thing we looked into, the violations we talked about before, the vehicle registration and his family having a home provided by somebody else. At the time, OJ Mayo was playing basketball for USC. He had some kind of a recruitment violation, which USC self-sanctioned and took care of. And then there's a case of a woman's tennis player also at the school who got in trouble because she was using the athletic department's long distance access code to make over 100 calls to international telephone call places to her family members, not like placing bookies or gambling bets or anything like that, just using it to call her own family and friends at home. And she gets in trouble, and then they like, oh, well, OJ Mayo did this and Reggie did Reggie's family. So we're just going to lump it all together as one big thing and say that, oh, USC, you have to get rid of Reggie Bush as like even an entity involved with the school. The Heisman gets taken away because, of course, the NCAA doesn't know what they're doing, and then the Heisman committee is kind of held at the fire at that point. They're like, well, if they don't recognize your stuff, then I don't.
Right. If you didn't play,
yeah. If it didn't,
what is there a trophy for?
Yeah, exactly. So just so stupid. So
it's crazy.
The NCAA is the worst organization in, I don't know about the entire world, but definitely one of the top here in the United States for sure, that they never do the right thing. They're always behind the 8 ball. Like as soon as something happens, they have to react to try to figure something out or how to go about it instead of being ahead of it and trying to, figure things out for themselves instead of it letting it become a story first. They are the worst organization. I don't know why they're still around. And not only that, you know how Manziel talked about he doesn't want to go to the Heisman Trophy presentation until they figure this out. And if other Heisman winners, as he mentioned, feel the same way that Reggie should be given it back, then the way to get it back for him is none of them should show up at the next Heisman Trophy presentation next year.
Yeah.
Show the Heisman people until you get this figured out and straightened, then corrected. we're not coming. Talk to the NCAA, figure it out between the two of you, and get this taken care of because this is absolutely ridiculous.
He goes on in an interview in Club Shay Shay when he's talking to Shannon Sharp, and he just talks about, he's like, if there's anybody who really epitomizes what the Heisman is, it might be Reggie the most. He might have earned it the most. He might be the best college football player ever.
Yeah.
And so to not have the best one ever, not have the award for being the best that year, it's just hard for them to kind of put together. And I couldn't agree more. He was electric on the
Dude.
field. He was almost untouchable. He was faster than everybody. He was shiftier than everybody. He was stronger than everybody. And he was like, and you've seen it even on TV and in his app, he was like nicer than everybody too. He like,
Yeah.
you like wanted to be around him. Good looking dude, great smile. Like,
Yeah, he was never an
it's just
asshole or anything.
nah. And so, but you know, good old NCAA. Wait, we didn't make any money off of you making money, so
Yeah.
you can't do that over there.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, think about it. After he won his Heisman, he could have gone to the NFL and left, but him and Leinart both decided to come back another year, try to win another title, and they were able to get to the title game, unfortunately losing to Texas.
I don't want to talk about
Vince Young, I know. Trust me, I had a real weird relationship there because at the time I was against Vince Young, and then 3 months later he was drafted as
They
a
drafted
Titan.
him.
So like,
Yeah.
I kinda
Horns down.
Yeah, so it was a weird situation for me. But still, again, the fact that Reggie was like, no, I'm going to come back and we're going to do this one more time and try to go for a three-peat and be the first school to do it and all this. Again, just loves the game of football and had nothing to do with money. He wasn't getting paid under the table or anything. There was no booster or NIL before it existed happening. Just, again, the NCAA making really, really bad decisions.
So check this out. I found an article by Dennis Dodd of CBS Sports. He actually just wrote it. It was released 4 hours ago today when I was looking a couple hours ago. So I'd say it's maybe a couple hours old now. And there's some highlights that I kind of want to read through. Again, Dennis Dodd of CBS Sports. Not trying to take any credit for what he did, but he has a very beautiful synopsis of this entire thing and how bogus it even is on top of this. Okay. In a 2022 letter from the NCAA to Reggie Bush's legal team that was obtained by CBS Sports, the NCAA Committee on Infractions explained to Bush that, quote, you were never officially charged by the NCAA enforcement staff in the 2010 case. The letter clarifies to Bush that the sanctions were, quote, an institutional penalty. Therefore, you, as in Reggie, do not have any standing to seek reconsideration. Therefore, your request is denied. The letter goes on to explain the committee's decision is final because a similar request was denied in 2023. So technically, he's fighting it, but doesn't have a leg to stand on because they didn't punish him. They punished USC. So now USC has to maybe do something, okay? But he goes on. This is the last part. I think this is crazy. Bush is not mentioned by name in the USC Public Infractions Report case, despite the program being forced to vacate statistics and school records achieved by Reggie Bush, quote, in which he competed while ineligible. Oh, because he was, had a house to live in. Oh,
dude,
the gall. The NCAA itself said the case was, quote, centered around impermissible benefits given to student athlete 1, who is largely assumed to be Reggie Bush. Student athlete 1 is mentioned 340 times in a 67-page report. So because they didn't write the words Reggie Bush, he can't even do anything about it, dude.
Makes no sense. Okay, so they went after the school and not him, so the school has to fight it, but the school can't fight. Even if the school fights it, it doesn't say his name is the reason they got sanctioned at all. So that just is
student athlete 1.
I'm just telling you, there's no way you're ever going to win this. Sorry, good luck in life.
That's why I'm with Johnny Manziel, and do it with me, Corey, on giving the middle finger to the NCAA.
I can do that for a long time.
Facts, bro. Facts. And we talked about it when we went over the NIL changes and stuff that we discussed in one of our previous episodes. We are all for the student athletes getting more control because the NCAA has been in control for damn near too long. That's for sure.
Yeah. And not doing a good job of it on top of that.
No. It's all complete insanity. NCAA, give the man his trophy back and move the hell on.
The worst. NCAA, go away.
Go away. Oh, and last one, horns down. Anyways. You know me. Got to be a little Texas hater.
Yeah, well, horns down. I'm with you there because that's stupid. We're not going to get penalized here on our own show for doing that. It's not like the
Nah.
SEC and all that crap that they do.
Yeah. No, SEC's not
Big
doing it. Big
12
Ten.
that are
12,
Big 10
sorry.
that's doing 12, 10, whatever. They have more
12,
than 10
whatever
or
one
12
they are.
teams anyway. It doesn't even matter. The names make
It's
no
a
sense.
Big 16 and the Big 18.
10 has 14 teams. They call themselves the Big 10. What are we doing here? So stupid.
It's a good one. Well, that one wraps it up here. Make sure that you do check out the other 2 episodes in our current series on top athletes, where we have Tiger Woods getting honored for the most prestigious award in all of golf, and LeBron James surpassing 40,000 points.
Woo.
Thank y'all for checking in. Seeing things from our view from the bench. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Corey. Like we always say, enjoy the sports until we talk again.
Peace.
This was a Sycamore 4th Studios production.